Welcome back everyone, it's Vaz again with another video from World of Warships Legends. And today we have a game in the Großer Kurfürst. This is the German legendary battleship. We're in a game of domination on the map Hotspot, one of the newest maps to the game. I think everyone has seen it enough that they're used to it by now. Now in this Kurfürst game we do get a Kraken. I think it's the only Kraken I've ever gotten in the Kurfürst. And I thought I'd show it off since this is my favorite battleship in the game. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I sure do love playing this thing. Now on this map we do have the middle spawn. There are two battleships below Bravo Cap, but only one below Charlie Cap, so we're going to head over to the Charlie Cap to support it. Let's say the most surprising thing about the Kurfürst is its speed. It does have a really good top speed for how large the ship is. But it doesn't matter how fast your battleship is, if you have that middle spawn, it takes forever to get anywhere. Hate the middle spawns as a battleship. Well, while we're getting into position, let's get our commander up on the screen. We're using good old Otto Celiax with inspirations from Cunningham and von Hipper. The skills I use are a good day's work, porcupine, firefighter, master mechanic, and for the legendary skill I use will to rebuild. Now, unfortunately, our friendly Shimakaze has eaten a torp from the enemy Shimakaze, and although it didn't sink him, it scares him off for the rest of the match. So it may have well have just finished him off and put him out of his misery. No, the deciding factor in the outcome of this match ends up being the destroyer play. Although we do have two on our team, they both struggled mightily in this match, and they didn't really accomplish anything while their lone DD, the enemy team's DD, had an outstanding game. There are eyes on that Shimakaze, but there's not a whole lot of incoming fire hitting him. So we swapped to HE and continued to try and get into position to fire on that Shimakaze. For some reason, some of our teammates just refused to shoot at him. The more I watch this back, the more frustrating it is to watch. Especially that Suzuya that's just HE spamming the Bismarck and the Alaska. It's his job to fire at that enemy's destroyer when it appears. Unfortunately, it disappears. Once our gun's reloaded, we figured we may as well just unload on that Alaska. Swap back to AP. We don't have too much to worry about while we're in this position. The Bismarck is sailing all the way around the island. And at this distance, the Alaska is not going to do too much damage to us. And as I mentioned before, our destroyer is just shitting himself. He's completely left the cap. He's so scared that he sailed behind all of us, and now he's playing from the back. My god, please, everyone out there, if you're in a destroyer and behind all of your teammates, you are playing the entire game wrong. Holy smokes. And I mean, he's not spotting, so none of us can see anything. And so we're all sitting here holding our weenies with nothing to shoot at because this guy's not spotting. It's ridiculous, we're gonna have to do our own spotting. So here comes that Bismarck. He sailed all the way around that island. He really wanted to die as soon as possible. Once our guns reloaded, we took a shot at him. And we did sink him, netting us our first kill of the game. Now with that Bismarck dispatched, we can prepare for the Shimakaze again. He's nearly capped Charlie, so we know he's still in there somewhere. We were also spotted, so most likely he's lined up torps on us. Turned on our sonar. Even though we do know what's coming, it's nice to have that heads up. And look at that, there are the torps. We're gonna need to straighten out so we take as few as possible. But here comes that Alaska, so we might as well take a shot at him. And whammo! Over 40,000 in that salvo. Ouch. He was able to return fire on us, and he got about 10,000 off of us. But thankfully we were able to outrun the Torps, and we didn't take any of those 15 Shimakaze Torps. Take that, sucker! Now we just gotta hope that none of our teammates poached that Alaska kill from us. But luckily they didn't, and we got the final shot at him, sinking him and getting us our second kill of the game. We just saw that Shimakaze pop up briefly. We're not going to head straight at him with the kind of help that we have with us. He seems too smart for that. Instead, we're going to flank the rest of their team because we all know they've grouped up around the Bravo cap. We're just going to speed up the video while we're waiting for that because it's a good 2 minutes until we get to fire our guns again. And we don't really want to have to deal with all that. We don't have time to go and cap Alpha. That shouldn't really be our job anyways. So as I previously mentioned, we're just going to try and flank the rest of their team. The way things are going, the only way we're going to win this match is if we kill everybody. Now, we had kept HE loaded because we had expected to see that Shimakaze pop up eventually. And when we did come around the island, we were spotted, so we knew he was around there, and we let our team know that. And somehow he was spotted, I'm not really sure how. And so we did get a couple shots away at him, but we were just too far and he was too maneuverable. And unfortunately, we didn't get any hits on him. Some of our teammates were able to hit him, but he was able to pop his smoke and stay alive. And that was very unfortunate. So there's nothing we can really do about it now. We're just going to swap the AP and start scaring off this Cleveland. He's really testing his luck here, isn't he? This little guy, look at him go. Just peppering us with his little HE rounds. Oh boy, look at him. All broadside and everything. Just gotta wait for our guns to reload. One of our teammates gets a decent hit on him. And then shellac! We were able to get a Citadel, and we almost deleted him. Don't worry, we'll get back to him later. Now the enemy Yamato wants to get on the action. Fortunately, that Cleveland did set us on fire a couple of times. But we're moving into a pretty good position here. The entire enemy team is all grouped up below that cap there. So there's nothing they can do to flank us, really. If our team would only take up better positions like we have here. With the way that we're positioned, only a few of the enemy team can fire at us. With the way some of those islands are blocking a couple of them. So we're just going to barrel straight into the cap and use that cover to our advantage. We just need to go a little bit farther now. You can see we're checking our targets. And they're just out of sight. They're also being fairly cautious. Try not to pop out right in front of us. We do have a beat on this Cleveland if he would just come out a little bit further. Then, oh boy, did I just say the enemy team was being cautious? Holy smokes, Yamato just throws himself at us. Completely broadside. He did get a decent hit on us, but I don't know if it was worth it because we ended him right quick. And that's our third sinking of the game. Well, things are still not looking good for our team. We're down 3 ships to 5, down in points, down in caps. Running low on time, so we're just going to go into this cap and continue to try and flank them. And there's our Cleveland friend. We said we'd see him again, didn't we? Here you go, buddy. That's our 4th sinking of the game. Unfortunately, the little bastard set us on fire yet again. Definitely did his part in setting fires this match. Now we have the Bismarck to deal with. I think he got a pretty decent hit on us back there. We were just showing a little bit too much broadside as we were coming around the islands. Trying to keep all 4 of our turrets focused on him. Trying to keep our secondaries lighting him up. Those secondaries, we're doing a pretty good job of lighting him up. But it's our main turrets that finish him off, and that nets us our 5th kill of the game and the Kraken Unleashed medal. Also puts us up over 150,000 in damage. And we were actually even in ships there for a second until our friendly Cleveland went down. There was just a glimmer of hope there for a second. Unfortunately, the only teammate we have left is a low health Suzuya, and we all know what he's capable of already. Mostly just hiding and HE spamming all game. I think he actually got a solo cap in this match, and so his XP ends up being pretty decent. But overall, not very helpful. Although that's okay, it helped us get our Kraken. Sometimes it's a bit of a trade-off. You have poor teammates, which allows you to have good games, or you have great teammates, which allows you to win games. It's funny how that works. Anyways, we weren't really sure what to do with our last few moments here. We didn't want to pop out directly in front of the last 2 battleships. That definitely wouldn't end well. But we also wanted to try and get this cap. Unfortunately, the Kurfürst takes forever to slow down, and we didn't have our turrets completely where we wanted them. We weren't using the gun lock like we should have been, but there was only 1 minute left, so not locking our guns didn't really matter. And unfortunately, our Suzuya friend isn't even doing any spotting for us, so we have no idea where the enemy ships are headed. And right as we spot the Yamato ourselves, that frickin' Shimakaze popped a smoke, which messes with our target lock, which was a very nice play by him actually. And instead of being able to target the Yamato and getting all of our turrets away, we only get 2 of our turrets away at that Bismarck. Do get a hit on him, which nets us the high caliber medal, but probably could have had a little better result on that one. Wouldn't have mattered though. The Suzuya would have messed it up anyways, so we're just going to speed up the rest of the game. But yeah, that was a very nice play by that Shimakaze, setting that smoke screen at the end, and that was the difference in the match. One team had a competent destroyer captain, while the other team had 2 destroyer players who were clueless. Inexperienced, or they were just unsuccessful in being useful. It's actually a really big reason why I mainly play destroyers. A good destroyer captain will make a huge difference to the chances of winning the match. So anyways, we end the game with 168,000 in damage, the 5 kills, the high caliber medal, and the Kraken Unleashed medal. Unfortunately, it did end up in the loss, but look at that, we have 2150 base XP. And well, there you have it. If you did like that video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more of my videos. Feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, stay healthy and do what makes you happy.